Olivia and TinkerBell, The Mystery of PixieHollow. Once upon a time in a magical place called PixieHollow, there lived a unique and curious little fairy named TinkerBell. TinkerBell was known throughout PixieHollow for her incredible ability to invent new and amazing gadgets that helped all the fairies in their daily lives. She loved nothing more than to tinker with bits and pieces of tools and come up with something entirely new. Among her many friends, her best friend was none other than Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. One bright and sunny morning, TinkerBell decided to have her favorite dessert, a strawberry pie, in one of her favorite spots in the meadow. She noticed that something strange was happening in PixieHollow. The usual buzzing of the fairy wings and the chirping of the birds seemed off, almost as if something was wrong, but no one could quite put their finger on it. Meanwhile, in a faraway town, a smart and adventurous 7-year-old girl named Olivia was reading a book under the shade of a large oak tree in her backyard. Olivia loved reading about far-off lands and magical creatures. She had a vivid imagination and always believed in the magic of fairy tales. Little did Olivia know that she was about to embark on the most amazing adventure of her life. As she turned the page of her book, a gentle breeze rustled through the leaves, and a small green sparkle caught her eye. She looked up and saw a shimmering portal opening before her. With a mix of excitement and curiosity, Olivia stood up and approached the portal. Suddenly, the portal widened, and before she knew it, Olivia was being gently lifted off her feet. She floated through the portal and landed gracefully on soft grass. She looked around in awe as she realized she was standing in PixieHollow, a place she had only read about in her books. "Hello there," a cheerful voice called out. Olivia turned around to see TinkerBell flying towards her with a warm smile. "Welcome to PixieHollow. I'm TinkerBell, and I could use some help with a little mystery we're facing here." Olivia's eyes widened with excitement as she introduced herself. "Hi, I'm Olivia. I'd love to help. What's the mystery?" TinkerBell explained that something was causing the various gadgets and inventions in PixieHollow to malfunction. Even her prized strawberry pie-making machine was acting up. She suspected that Vidya, a mischievous fairy who often caused trouble, might be behind it. TinkerBell knew she needed to get to the bottom of the mystery quickly, but she couldn't do it alone. "We'll need to work together," TinkerBell said. "I believe in teamwork, and I think you can help us solve this mystery." Olivia nodded eagerly, ready to take on the challenge. As they began their journey, TinkerBell led Olivia through the enchanting landscapes of PixieHollow. They met various fairies along the way, each contributing their unique skills to the investigation. There was Iridessa, the light fairy who used her glowing orbs to illuminate dark corners. Fawn, the animal fairy, who communicated with the creatures of the forest to gather clues. And Silvermist, the water fairy, who used her powers to reveal hidden paths. Despite their efforts, the malfunctioning gadgets and strange occurrences persisted. Olivia and TinkerBell knew they had to confront Vidya to find out if she was indeed behind the trouble. They followed a trail of wind and dark clouds to a secluded part of PixieHollow where Vidya often stayed. Vidya's sharp gaze and sly smile greeted them as they approached. Well, what do we have here?" TinkerBell and the little human girl, Vidya taunted. "What brings you to my neck of the woods?" "Vidya, we need to know if you're causing the gadgets in PixieHollow to malfunction," TinkerBell said firmly. Vidya chuckled softly. "Wouldn't you like to know?" she replied cryptically. Olivia, however, refused to be intimidated. She stepped forward and looked Vidya in the eye. "We're here to solve this mystery for the good of everyone in PixieHollow," Olivia said with determination. "If you're involved, we need to know how to fix it." Vidya's expression softened slightly, and for a moment, she seemed to consider Olivia's words. Finally, she sighed and admitted, "All right, fine. I did tamper with some of the gadgets, but I didn't mean to cause all this chaos. I was just trying to have a bit of fun." TinkerBell and Olivia exchanged a glance. They knew that working against each other would only lead to more problems. TinkerBell extended a hand to Vidya. "Let's work together to fix this," she said. Vidya hesitated, then reluctantly shook TinkerBell's hand. With Vidya's help, they quickly identified the source of the malfunctions. Vidya demonstrated how she had used gusts of wind to tweak the gadgets, causing them to behave erratically. Together, TinkerBell and Olivia devised a plan to reverse the effects. They spent hours adjusting the gadgets, fine-tuning each one until they were all back in working order. As the sun began to set, PixieHollow was once again filled with the cheerful sounds of fairies at work. TinkerBell's strawberry pie-making machine was finally back to churning out delicious pies. TinkerBell, Olivia, and Vidya sat down to enjoy a slice together, feeling proud of their teamwork. "Thank you, Olivia," TinkerBell said with a smile. "You showed us the importance of believing in ourselves and working together. Without you, we couldn't have solved the mystery." Olivia beamed with pride. She had never felt so accomplished and happy. "I'm so glad I could help," she said. This was the best adventure ever. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Olivia knew it was time to return home. TinkerBell and Vidya helped her find the portal that would take her back to her backyard. Just before stepping through, Olivia turned to her new friends. "I'll never forget this adventure," she said. "Thank you for believing in me." With a wave and a promise to visit again, Olivia stepped through the portal and found herself back under the oak tree in her backyard. She looked up at the night sky, feeling a sense of wonder and magic that she knew would stay with her forever. From that day on, whenever Olivia felt unsure of herself, she remembered the lessons she learned in PixieHollow. She believed in herself and the power of teamwork, knowing that with determination and courage, she could overcome any challenge. And so, Olivia drifted off to sleep with a smile on her face, dreaming of future adventures and the friends she would always cherish in her heart. The end.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.